Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 7-month update for my beauty replacements only, no by year. So I'm going to talk about some things that have been going on in July what comes to this journey of me trying to be a smarter consumer. I must say there has been some really good things, like I have really figured out some stuff that I didn't really think about previously. But also there has been some failures this month and I'm going to talk about all of that. And then later in this video, after I have talked about my feelings and all of those things, I'm going to share with you the replacements I have bought in July. I'm actually filming this couple of days ahead. I'm filming Monday 29th, so there are still 2 days of the month, but I will not make any more replacements this month anymore. Before we get into the video, I just want to say that I'm filming in the evening and it's almost 9 o'clock. It's still light outside, but it may start get kind of like a little bit darker. I don't know, the sun hasn't set yet, but we'll see. But sorry if the lighting situation changes a lot. But yeah, let's talk about July and let's start with what didn't go quite as planned. So in the midway of the month I actually bought 2 products that were in the category of my no-buy items. So products that I could not buy at all this year. So basically I did break my no-buy, is what I'm trying to say here. I am a little bit embarrassed to tell about this, but at the same time I do not regret this at all. And I'm going to explain what happened. Let me get straight into it. So I did buy 2 nail polishes. Nail polish is a category that I wasn't allowed to buy this year because my nail polish collection was a little bit out of hand in the beginning of the year and I thought it's just not something I need during this year. And I still bought 2. These are from the store called Scissor Shop. Scissor Shop is a Finnish company that has an actual store in Helsinki, but they also do have an online store and they do sell here in Finland some nail polishes that I couldn't really get otherwise than buying from them. And they do have Color Club nail polishes and I wanted to get this one nail polish from Color Club New Rules of Engagement line, and I have wanted to get this nail polish for a longer time. Like I think I have wanted it for almost a year, but I don't know why I didn't buy it before my no-buy year. But springtime I noticed that Scissor Shop is going to discontinue this line from their selection. I don't think Color Club is discontinuing this line, but Scissor Shop is going to. I was thinking about getting the nail polish when my no-buy year is over, but now in July I kinda did let the FOMO get the best of me and I did order the nail polish that I have been wanting and another nail polish that is a staple in my collection. So that is what happened. I also, to the same order, ordered these nail things where I can, paint the nail with nail polish. They also had nail wheels, but they were out of stock, so I did pick this one. And the nail polishes that I did pick from the New Rules of Engagement line were this one called Piece of Cake. This one was the one I was wanting, and for 2 reasons. First of all, I love the color, but this is an engagement themed or wedding themed line, and I don't know if I have told this to you, but when my husband and I got married, I did write a wedding block and my wedding block name was Piece of Wedding Cake, so this felt so personal to me. But also I do love this color. It is this peachy sheer little bit shimmery nail polish. I actually finished a nail polish in similar color earlier this year in spring, so I was for sure going to get this after my no-buy year, but if I didn't get it now I might not have been able to get it. Another nail polish that I did get is this shade Toasted. It is from the same line and this is a gold glitter nail polish. I do have one in my collection, but it's really dried out. I did have it in a project pan and then I rolled it out because I just didn't want to run out of it during my no-buy year and then I wouldn't have been able to replace it. So yes, I did buy these 2 nail polishes. It was against my rules. By the way, these were half off, so I paid only €6.20 for each of these. I don't regret it at all. I'm embarrassed to tell this to you because I did break my no-buy rules, but at the same time, if I could get back to the day when I placed the order, I would do it again. Totally, because I wanted this another one so bad, and this another one is also stable for me. I'm not trying to defend myself, but I want to be honest about it, and the really important thing for me right now is not to think about what I did here and be like, oh my gosh, you are so bad person, like how did you break your no-buy? What's really important for me is that for the rest of the year, I kind of like need to reconsider my commitment towards my no-buy year. I want to be successful in this no-buy journey. I want to be a smarter consumer. I don't want to buy makeup that I don't need. And I do not want to give another kind of like free pass for myself in these forbidden categories for the rest of the year. So I really need to be careful with myself so anything like this won't happen again. I want to be honest rather than hide it, because if I keep it as a secret, then I think it's much worse than if I just sit here, tell what happened. Oh well, I bought the nail polishes, I don't regret them, but I don't want let this to happen again. But that's kind of like the bad thing what happened in July. Otherwise, I think I have made some really good kind of like observations of myself, and I want to talk about those things next. So as we all know, this year is already over the halfway point. I have actually been thinking for a couple of months what I want to do after my no-buy year, and I have been going a little bit back and forth. For the first half of my no-buy year, it was really clear to me that I want to go more towards minimalistic makeup collection. Not like super minimalist. I don't see myself ever being somebody with only 1 or 2 lipsticks, but I really wanted to have more curated makeup collection, and a big reason for that is that when I came to this year, I was so overwhelmed with everything I had in my collection, and I was sad seeing makeup in my collection to expire. And then this year I have been decluttering some of my makeup, some that was expired, some that wasn't, but I wasn't just enjoying. I have also been project planning and finishing up a lot of my products, and all of a sudden in July I started to have kind of like thoughts that maybe I don't want to have that small of a makeup collection, and maybe it's okay to have like a little bit more options. And I'm going to use blush here an example because it's something where I really can tell you how I have been thinking about it. So when we came to this year, I believe I had 26 blushes in my collection, including my single blushes and blush pans in palettes. I was so overwhelmed and I didn't even like all of my blushes. So I did a blush declutter, I believe in April. And I was feeling better about my blush collection for a while, but I was also trying to pan a face palette with 4 blushes, and I was really unhappy panning that. If you watched my pan that face palette updates, you know what I'm talking about. It was like struggle and struggle every month after another, and finally in June, after 6 months of panning the blush palette, I decided to call it done. I depotted the palette, kept a couple of blushes, Franken blushed one of the blushes with a pink eyeshadow, and yeah, then I filmed my makeup inventory update video in the beginning of July. And all of a sudden I wasn't feeling that bad about my blush collection anymore. I had 20 blushes and I thought it's totally fine for me to have 20 blushes, and I didn't feel as overwhelmed, and I did reset my goal to be 20. In my January's makeup inventory video, my goal for blushes was 10. And now I have been thinking about the blush thing this month, and I have kind of like realized again that 20 blushes is really unnecessary for me. I don't need that many blushes, and I don't even want to have that many blushes. Like, yes, I want to have options. I think 10 sounds reasonable. 15 is kind of like more reasonable goal for kind of like near future, because it takes forever to pan blush and I don't want to really pan blushes anymore because I struggle with them so much. Like the thought process that I had before filming my makeup inventory update was that I'm happy with my collection. I really don't want to declutter anything, except that I'm actually going to declutter my final blush palette, but I'm going to talk about that one in my Becoming Empties video. I was kind of like, I don't want to really declutter anything, but then again, I don't want to grow my collection anymore, but actually I would love to have just a little bit less. Another category that I have been going back and forth with is eyeshadow. For the first half of the year, I was like sure that I'm going to continue an eyeshadow no buy, and then all of a sudden in July I was thinking that maybe I don't need to continue an eyeshadow no buy if I will give myself permission to buy like 2 or 3 palettes next year. It should be fine. And now, after kind of like thinking about it again, I'm again feeling that the eyeshadow no buy is the right thing for me to do. I'm not saying that I don't ever want to buy an eyeshadow palette again, but I do know that I do have so much eyeshadow in my collection. All the looks I want to create, I have really eyeshadows for those looks. I have eyeshadows from years ago, like my first palette is from 2015. I don't want these eyeshadows that I have already to expire, and I know what will happen if I buy a new palette, even if it is something that I really want. I know that I will neglect that palette because I do have so much other palettes. And I just don't want that to happen. I know deep down inside me that eyeshadow no buy is what I should do after this year. We'll see if I'm going to do it. I hope so. I mean, I have so much time still to change my mind, but eyeshadow is one category where I know that I shouldn't buy more, at least for a couple of years. And I really want to focus on padding my current collection before bringing in anything new. Right now, I do think that after this year, I will need some strict rules for what I can do. I don't think I'm going to continue a no buy in every category that I'm doing it right now. I'm thinking of 3 categories, so eyeshadow, highlighter and bronzer. And then for some categories, I have been thinking of kind of like special rules. For example, lipsticks. I don't say I don't want to buy a new lipstick like again in years, like I'm starting to run out of some staples, but still I do want my numbers to go down. So actually with lipsticks I have been thinking that I would do like 2 out 1 in kind of system until I get to my goal of 20 lipsticks. Yeah, those are just some thoughts. I have been thinking what I want to do after this year, but I will have so much time to change my mind. But I just wanted to kind of like share this thing with you, that I had this feeling that maybe I'm fine with having just a little bit more makeup, but then again I remembered why I'm doing this in the first place, and I was actually just thinking about it, why I have had these feelings that it's okay to buy more when in reality I want to have smaller collection. One thing might be that I am now more comfortable with my collection because I have been able to pan some makeup, I have been able to declutter some makeup, but I also realized that I have maybe been watching a little bit more that kind of content that is not good for me to watch. For example, haul videos, recommendation videos, these kind of videos that make me want to get more products, even though deep down inside of me I know that I don't want to have more products. And then I have kind of like realized something really big this month, and it's so weird, but it took over 6 months for me to realize this thing. For many people this is actually the reason to go on a no buy, and it is the fact that they feel they are spending too much money on makeup. Like I knew it, but I really didn't kind of like realize it, and I didn't see it being that big of a problem. I don't really know why, because I don't have a lot of money. I do pretty much live paycheck to paycheck, and I really do want to be better at my finances. Before this year I really spent everything extra I had to makeup and clothing, and I still didn't see it being a problem. Maybe because I didn't spend like thousands of euros during 1 month. Of course I didn't, because I didn't have that kind of money. So it's a little bit stupid for me to think about that. I don't have a problem if I don't spend as much money on makeup as somebody who just make more money than me. So yeah, it's kind of like embarrassing that I just realized it is a month. What I did was that I went to see my beauty blog and my previous videos where I shared all of the things I have bought. Like I did some haul posts, and in my Finnish beauty channel I did some haul videos. Then I also did them on this channel before this year. And you know, I checked out all of the websites I had gone shopping for. And I did go into these online stores and I did see my order history for each online store that I have gone shopping for. And this is so shocking how much I actually have spent. And this is, by the way, from July 2015 till December 2018. During 3.5 years that I was really into buying makeup and cosmetics, I spent to only online stores 5,398 euros. That makes me ashamed. And as I said, this only includes online stores. This does not include if I have gone out to the town. For example, the Body Shop is somewhere that I have been shopping quite much because I used to use a lot of their skincare. And also Sokos is somewhere where I have gone shopping a lot. I have bought some Urban Decay palettes from there, Urban Decay complexion products, also a lot of NYX products. Then I have of course bought some more affordable stuff from different stores. Then I have been able to travel a couple of times. I think I have gone 3 times to Sephora during the past 3.5 years, or these 3.5 years that I counted here. So my real makeup addiction time. So I think that in reality I have spent closer 10,000 to cosmetics during the past 3.5 years, and that makes me like not feel good at all. It's not really something to brag about, it's not really something to be proud about. And you know, I don't judge anyone who spends this much money on makeup if you do have the money. If you're, you know, buying the makeup for debt, that I think is a problem that you shouldn't be doing. But if you really are making a good money, if you do have the money, go for it if it makes you happy. But I personally cannot afford this, and I anyways do not want to buy makeup only for it to expire in my collection because I don't have time to use it, because I do have so much makeup already. I feel really yucky about myself and how I have been spending. Even this year, that is my beauty replacements only no by year, I have bought products that I really couldn't afford. Just one example, in April I did buy the Olaplex number 3 hair treatment because I am dyeing my hair platinum blonde. That is another thing. I am going to a hairdresser in every 3 months. It's expensive, but that is something that truly brings value to me because I love my hair in this color and I cannot do it at home. So I'm choosing to go on a hairdresser. But I did have this picture in my hair where this Olaplex 3 is magically going to repair my damaged hair, because the fact is that dyeing your hair platinum blonde does make your hair damaged. Olaplex is certainly a good product, but first of all, I cannot afford it. I cannot afford to spend 30 euros in every couple of months to a hair treatment. That is not really in my budget. And I personally think that when my hair is this damaged that it is, there is so much that a product can really do. Yes, Olaplex probably is the best product to use to repair your hair, but it's not going to fix it like to how it was before dyeing it. Actually, I have been dyeing my hair for so long that it has really never been healthy. I need to be so much wiser even with the replacement stuff that I'm buying. Some products I am willing to pay a little bit more for. For example, this month I bought a sunscreen that I paid 34 euros for. That is okay because that's also health related. But then I just cannot keep buying hair stuff that I cannot afford. Makeup is another thing. I really want to buy drugstore if I can, especially if we are talking about replacement products that I need to buy quite often. For example, foundation, brow pencil. So from now on, I'm actually going to set myself a budget of maximum 100 euros a month towards replacements. Hopefully a lot under. I actually don't want to even spend 100 for the most of the months, but you know, there are those months when you just run out of everything. So I want that to be covered. And also because I do need to make quite much orders, because I cannot buy everything that is holy grail for me from stores. But like, that is a maximum. Spending money like this is not really sustainable for me, especially since my financial situation is not good at all. I don't want to talk about that too much, but you know, it's not good. And I do want to fix it. Actually, I have been watching the Dave Ramsey show, and it has been really inspiring me to get better at my finances, because now I'm living paycheck for paycheck and I'm always wondering where my money is going. Well, I haven't really been following where it's going except for cosmetics. So what I actually did was that I uploaded a budgeting app. The app that I downloaded is One Money, and there I can, you know, track all of my spending and also make the budget. It's really nice. You can download just a free version of it. I actually did buy the lifetime license because I just think that this was something worth of investing. It wasn't expensive anyways. I think the normal price of that was 15 euros and it was half off, so I paid 7 or 8 euros for it. I only have had this app for a week now, but still it has improved my spending so much, because you know, now I really need to write everything down here. So yeah, this one has been really helpful for me. I have realized kind of like a hard time this month that this crazy beauty spending needs to stop. Like, even during my Nova year, many months, most of the months, my beauty spending towards only replacement products has been over 100 euros. That is crazy. I cannot afford that, so I need to stop that. I need to look for more affordable products. I need to think if there is something I can just, you know, give up from my beauty routine completely. Olaplex for sure is something. I didn't need it in the first place. I do not want to spend another almost 10,000 euros on makeup during the next 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. Like, yes, I want to spend a little bit. I do love makeup. I do love taking care of myself, taking care of my skin. I just love doing my makeup every single day. It makes me feel beautiful, and it's not something I'm going to give up on. But I need to look for more affordable options. I need to look where I can save some money. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think I have been rambling for a while, so let me quickly go through the replacements and my overall beauty spending of the month of July. As always, I'm going to go through this in chronological order. First, July 4th, I went to Ruohonjuuri. I did run out of my Matte Hippie Vitamin C serum earlier, so I bought another vitamin C serum. This one is from a Finnish brand, Murumuru. They are Leaping Bunny certified. I actually have been liking this. It's a nice brightening serum, and I think that this one is really reasonable priced. It was 28 euros and 90 cents. Then the same day, July 4th, I had a hairdresser, so I did have just the root, and then I did have like a hair kind of like mask dye, and then I did have cut. She didn't cut a lot, but I'm really pleased how the hair did turn out, and I did pay for the hairdresser 120 euros. Another thing that I have decided is that even though hairdressers always recommend you to take Olaplex at the hairdresser, I'm not going to do that. It's not in my budget. Even going to just do the color and the cut, even that is expensive. I don't want to add anything to that. But hairdresser is something that I keep putting money away each month for that, so that I don't need to pay it for 1 month's income, but I actually have the money aside already. Then July 9th I went to Prisma and I bought a day cream. So this is the Mossa Youth Defense Day Cream. I ran out of my old day cream. So this is like a basic moisturizing day cream, nothing super intense. But I do want to have this kind of day cream. It doesn't have SPF. I do have a sunscreen later. I paid €10.50 for this. July 15th I went to City Market and I bought 2 of these Eylure 111 3-dimensional lashes. These are my favorite lashes. And 1 pair of these is €7.50. False lashes is maybe another category where I could try to save a little bit, and these lashes that are just tiniest bit expensive, try to use them only on special occasions or when filming or whatever, and try to use Ardell Demi Wispies otherwise, because those are the most affordable ones. But I do wear falsies every single day almost. It's still more affordable to wear falsies and less extensions. Then July 16th I placed the Scissor Shop order. That was the 2 nail polishes, both of them were €6.20, and then there was the thing where you can swatch your nail polish. With shipping the order was €24.90. July 18th I placed an order to iHerb because I'm pretty low on my current night cream. I do have one from Acure. I actually ordered another one from Acure, so I ordered their Radically Rejuvenating night cream this time. And also I ordered from Desert Essence their Lemon Tea Tree shampoo that is more like a clarifying, because I don't really have kind of like deep cleansing shampoo, and I do use quite much products on my hair, so I think I actually need something like this to kind of like remove the product build up. And I also bought 1 Acure Seriously Shooting Biocellulose mask. That wasn't really necessary, but I think the shampoo and the night cream was. I haven't gotten this order yet, but the order total including shipping but after the loyalty credit was €21.54. And then same day I went to Prisma. I bought a new concealer, this Revolution Conceal and Define in C6. This is a really nice concealer to highlight the high points of my face. I use it for that, but this is quite a small product, like this packaging is small. In Prisma only the smaller size is available, so I do run out pretty quickly and I will need to buy it in every couple of months. And I paid for that €5.98. Then the last purchase of the month was July 22nd. I went to Sovos Emotion and I bought this Jack Black Double Dutty Face Moisturizer with SPF 20. I don't remember who the lady was, but there was this woman in YouTube. She is a practicing makeup artist. Her tips to mature women how to make the skin look nice. And she was using this as her moisturizing SPF, and I checked out if the brand is cruelty free. It is. And this product is vegan, so I bought it. Like, I'm really excited. This is actually men's product, but what the heck. Like, I don't care. For me, with SPF, the most important thing is that it protects my skin, but it can be really tough to find a cruelty-free and vegan sunscreen. This bottle is quite big. It does have 98 milliliters in it, and this cost €34. So even though it's still €34, there is a lot of product, so actually you get quite much for what you pay. I haven't tried it out yet. I'm running out of my old SPF in a couple of days, thank God, because I don't like that at all. It's the one from the Body Shop and it contains alcohol denat as second ingredient. I don't like that, so hopefully this one will be better and actually moisturizing. It would be a dream to find a reasonable priced SPF moisturizer that I can actually buy from Finland that is cruelty free and vegan. So those were all the replacement purchases I made this month. I actually didn't buy that many products, but because the Murumuru Vitamin C Serum was almost €30 and the Jack Black Moisturizing SPF Cream was over €30. In total, the replacement value was quite high, so in total I spent 2 replacements, €115.92. The nail polish order, I didn't count to the replacements because they weren't replacements. They were breaking my no buy. So the order total was 24 euros and 90 cents. And the hairdresser was 120 euros. So in total, I spent 260 euros and 82 cents to beauty. But because the hairdresser is included to this, it's not that bad. But still, for the rest of the months during this year, I want all of my replacement products to be under 100 euros. That was everything for today. I think it was a long video. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope that August goes by a little bit easier. I hope there is not any temptations, or even if there is, I'm not going to buy it. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in my next one. Bye bye.